So I just got done with the garage. I went ahead and got my starter fixed. My dad couldn't do it because he didn't have a lift, but yeah, I've got the brakes fixed and I've got the starter done, and yeah, so she's all good. But what's really crazy, I don't know if they cleared the code or if it like went off on its own, but my check engine light, which has been on like the entire time I've had the car, is off. So, but I'm gonna wait like 50 to 100 miles and see if it clears up or if it comes back on or not. It probably will, but we'll see. So I went home and took a shower because I needed one. I hadn't like washed my hair in like a week. But let me tell you what's been going on in my job. So Monday was a really slow end to the night. We close at 7, right? And the only reason that we're closing at 7 is because like where we're at, we're kind of in a disaster area, and like all the businesses that are around there, they're not staying open past like 6 or 7. Sometimes I think one business closes at like 8 at the latest. So anyway, so we've been, of course, closing at 7 because of that reason too. Also we don't really have like enough help to stay open past that time anyway. And so you know, the last hour was deader than shit. There was a few people that came in and they wanted certain things that we didn't have, like we were actually out of. And in order to prepare what they wanted and everything, it would have taken like pretty much from the time they ordered it to the time we closed. I mean, I didn't have no problem like making it for them and everything. It's just that, you know, we had already like everything that we had as far as like to make what they wanted was all like we'd have to like prep it again, and so it would have taken a longer time than what it normally would in order to get it ready for them, which if they wanted it, I wouldn't mind going through all that. But you know, I try to offer other things, but then they would just drive off, you know. And we close our lobby down an hour earlier than the drive-through. I think most places do that. So anyway, we leave about like 10 after 8. Maybe it was a little later than that, I think. But anyway, I didn't get home until 9 that night. So keep that in mind. So the next morning I come in, I hop on a position. I'm starting to do my job. I noticed my area director when I pulled up was there, and I don't really like my area director. I think she's a bitch, you know. And you know, I'm cordial with her if she speaks to me. Yeah, but if she doesn't speak to me, I don't speak to her. You know, that's just how I am. I don't like her. She's disrespected me so many times. And I'm at that point where, you know, if she has a question to ask me, I'll answer it. Or if she wants to say hey, I'll say hey back. But like, only if she puts the initiation in like that. You know what I mean? So anyway, so she comes up to me. She says, "Did you close early last night?" And I said, "No, I did not." And I said, "We closed at 7 like normal. We were pretty dead the last hour and stuff, but that was it." So then she like walks away, and she comes back and she's like, "Well, I just don't understand why you guys only made $30 last night." And I was like, "Well, I mean, we had people come through and everything, and they wanted XYZ, but when I tried to offer ABC, they didn't want it. So, you know, they drove off. You know, like, what am I supposed to do? I mean, like, if people don't want something, they're not gonna like take something else for it. I mean, if they have something in mind that they want." But anyway, so she's like, well, I'm gonna reel back the cameras and look. And I'm like, okay. Like it didn't faze me. It wasn't like worrying me at all. I was like, okay, whatever. Like, I don't care. Go ahead and do what you gotta do. So then, like, you know, an hour passes by, and then she calls me over, and she has this write up for me, because she didn't believe me, and stuff, that I closed. Like, she didn't believe that I stayed open till 7 o'clock. So, I mean, of course I signed it because I was like, whatever. I'm not trying to like argue and fight it or nothing like that. I mean, I could say, well, I'm not gonna sign that, like, you know, and I technically don't have to. But I signed it because I was just like, fuck it, you know what I mean? Like, at that point in my head, after I seen that write up and everything, I had made up my mind that, like, I might finish up the week and that's it at my job, and just leave. Like, I'm not even gonna bother. Actually, I was like contemplating like signing it and walking out and leaving, but I didn't. I went back, and I was just so mad about it, because it was just like, how I know for a fact she didn't watch those cameras. I know for a fact she didn't watch them, because if she did, she would have seen that I actually was still there. It is what it is, you know what I mean? And so, you know, I have made up my decision that, like, I'm gonna finish out the week, but I'm not gonna be there next week. And then she decided, you know, after all of that and everything, that she was going to write this really long thing stating that, you know, now mind you, she's placed the blame on me about it and everything, which I understand. I don't know who pissed in her fucking Fruit Loops, but, you know, that day, but she was like, oh, you know, I guess she was trying to get back at me because she thought that I did that. She decided that we were going to stay open past 10 o'clock. Now, mind you, in my area where my job is at, there's a bunch of homeless people that linger around there. Matter of fact, behind our store, there's like 10 tents back there. Which, mind you, that fucking my company, or the company that I work for, they have not, you know, tried to even get rid of these people off of there, because I think that piece of property is owned by the company I work for. And then yeah, so, you know, I don't feel safe being at my job past dark anyway. Like, I deal with it because of the simple fact that, like, of course we were closing and it was 7 o'clock, and like we were only there for maybe an hour after it got dark, you know. But now it's just like, you know, I'm not going to stay there 3-4 hours after dark when all them homeless people are, you know, lingering around and stuff. And plus, you know, we're going to be the only business open after 8 o'clock. Like, I don't feel comfortable there anymore. Like, I didn't feel comfortable there after the hurricane, and I don't still to this day. Like, I just don't feel safe, like, staying there. I don't feel safe for me or my employees to be there. And she wants to put us at risk for that shit. And, you know, she's a fucking cunt for that, you know. Like, how would you feel staying by yourself? You know, yeah, you have your crew with you, but, you know, by yourself after everything closes. It's completely pitch black, dark down through there, because, you know, there's certain businesses that got flooded that don't have power still, because of the fact that they were flooded, and like nobody's putting power to the fucking building because it's kind of pointless, you know, especially if the building is, you know, pretty much gone, or, you know, they're about to demolish it or something, you know. And so, yeah, I have contemplated how I'm going to tell my boss, you know, my store manager, my boss, like, that I'm quitting. But yeah, I know for a fact that I'm not going to be there past Sunday, and I'm okay with that, you know, because of, you know, you think you're getting even at me? Well, I'm going to get even at you for writing me up and not believing me. So you're going to find out the hard way. You're going to have to get your ass in here and work and help cover some things. because it's not my problem anymore. And if you want to cuss me up a storm after I'm gone, by golly, do it. I don't give a fuck. I know I'm the bad person, but I don't give a fuck. I really don't. You know, I'm gonna say some like bullshit lies to my boss and tell him like that, you know, I got another job and I'm starting Monday or something, and that's why I'm quitting on Sunday. But I think that the little I tell him, the little he needs to know, you know. But, and that's not really the reason that I'm quitting. It's just one of the reasons. Like, it was pretty much like the cherry on top for me with that write-up bullshit. And it's not me running from a situation or avoiding a situation, because I don't give a fuck about that. Like, I know I was in the right. I know that they were in the wrong. And that's all it is to it. And if you want to disagree with me, by golly, disagree with me. I don't give a fuck. If you don't believe me, I don't give a fuck. I just know what really happened. Like, I even asked everybody that worked that night. I said, what time did we fucking close? And they're like, 7. They all said the same thing. Like, they could have bullshit and said, no, like, you don't remember you closed like at 6:30. But no, they all said the same shit. Because you know why? Because that fucking happened. You know? And I'm over this lame. I'm over it. I'm just so over it at this point. I'd rather quit this job and not have a job, because the fact that this job is fucking with me hard. Like, I highly don't recommend you working where I work, or even eating there. When I officially quit, I'm gonna fucking call this company out on their bullshit. And it's not going to be pretty. And mind you, they can't do nothing about it, because of the simple fact, 1, I didn't sign an NDA. 2, I'm not an employee there anymore. So I can say whatever the fuck I want to about this company. That's just how I feel. Like, it is, like, the shit that I know and the shit that I see on a daily basis will make anybody fucking not eat there. Especially in most stores. And I guarantee you, in most stores, this happens all the time. When that day comes, you'll know, because it'll be a lovely little video that I post. Not on here, I don't think. I think I may do it on TikTok, but I will not tag them in it, because like, they'll just have to find that out on their own. They'll have to figure it out on their own. So yeah, but best believe, like, I've already blocked the group chat. I've already blocked her, and I think that what I'm going to start doing is not sending our paperwork in to her, just because I feel like she don't deserve it. If she wants to know it real bad, she can ask somebody else to send it, because I'm not sending it no more. Like, I don't want to have any ties to this bitch. Like, I literally hate her and hope the worst for her. And I know that's fucked up, because usually I don't do that. I don't like hope the worst on anybody. I did something. I put my notice in at my job. My last day is in 2 days, and I just know that, like, I'm more happier that I did that, and you know, having that sort of off of my mind and everything. It's great. It's a great feeling, you know. And I mean, I think that everybody knew that it was almost time for me to like dip out, you know. But I just did it. I was like, I went up to my boss and I said, hey, like, I just want to let you know Sunday's my last day. I'm starting a new job on Monday. Yeah, that was pretty much it. And then, of course, my boss, he goes, okay. And that's all he said. So, sorry. I mean, as much as I'd love to work, you know, as much as I would like to, like, continue to work, I just can't do it no more. Not here, at least. Not where I'm at now, currently. But I thought I would tell y'all, because this is exciting for me. This is a relief, and this is just gonna make. I'm not gonna be as miserable anymore. I made me a homemade salad. We had a pretty heavy lunch today, so I thought a pretty light dinner would be, you know, good for me. Plus, it's kind of healthy, even though there's certain things in here that are probably not so healthy. But can you believe I cut up this lettuce? What? Instead of getting it into pre-made, pre-mixed bag. Anyway, let me tell you something. Quick update. So the last clip that you saw, I told y'all I put my notice in. Well, I have this feeling that as soon as I put my notice in, that they were going to go back to 7 o'clock and close regularly. One, I think because they lost me, and two, since I am gone, she can't punish anybody. As she says. Whatever. I'm not even worried about it, really. I don't even know why I was looking at the schedule. I think I was looking at the schedule because my mom, trying to see when my mom was off so that, you know, I could spend time with her. Because we've not had, like, the same day off in, like, 2-3 weeks. So I haven't really, like, besides hanging out with my mom at work, I've not really, like, hung out with her on the outside in so long. Minus, like, Christmas and Thanksgiving. That was the only 2 times that I've, like, actually legitimately hung out with my mom in a minute. So, and plus it's good because I'm going to be able to do more things until I get a job. I do have, I'm not sure if I told you this or not, but I do have a job interview on Monday at 2, which is in 2 days. I'm excited for that. But yeah, pretty much the rest of the time that I'm not working, I'm gonna catch up on some things around here. Like, my room is hella destroyed right now, and I'm gonna clean my car out, and I'm just gonna do little things like that. And then I'm gonna you know, try to catch up on a lot of emails that I've had that I've been, like, procrastinating on and what have you. And I'll have more time to do more content. I'm gonna try, like, while I'm without a job right now, to do, like, maybe either daily vlogs or, like, more than 1 or 2 vlogs a week. So stay tuned for that shit. I'm probably asking, like, how can you financially afford this? Don't worry, I'm okay. I know I stress out about money all the time, but right now I'm okay. I thought I'd update y'all. So I thought I would come on here and let you guys know that I have been live streaming on here. So it's just a little promo for my live streams. I'm not doing them often, but I am doing them as frequently as I can. So stay tuned for that. Yeah. Well, this is my last day at work forever, for good. I don't know how the day is gonna go because it is my last day, but we'll just see. It's kind of funny how things had worked out, mainly because of them saying because of me we're having to close at 10, but I seen on the schedule that they're still closing at 7. Yeah, it's really fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I will never work for this company ever again. I wouldn't support a company like this. I would not give my money to a company like this ever again. I will take their money, but I will not give them any more money. Just after the way that they've been treating me. It's not anybody in-house, like in the actual store. It's everybody that's above. So yeah, I will not be paying for their paychecks anymore. Yeah, sorry. It's just not going to happen to me. I will be throwing away all my uniforms. I will be throwing away my work shoes and just cleaning out the closets, and I will be officially releasing all toxicity from this place, and anything that I had attachments to, anything that is this company. So stay tuned for that. But like I said, I'm not really looking forward to going into work today. I contemplate just not showing up, but then again, I'm like, you know what? Let me just work this day, because you know that's the honorable thing for me to do. I'm doing it for me, not for the company. And you know, if you do decide to come and give this, you know, money, that's on you. But I mean, I don't understand why people want fried chicken from a fast food place. Just my opinion. But yeah, I will no longer be supplying their paychecks. I will not come here ever again. I will avoid it at all costs, if I could try. I know my mom still currently works here, but I've been begging for her to leave too as well. But of course, she's been here for almost 20 years. And yeah, I want to help her get out and find another job. But, you know, it is what it is. I'd rather her work at a McDonald's than this place, just to be truthful with you. They haven't given her a decent pay raise in years. Like, and when I say years, like 10 years. And she's been here almost 20. Mind you, she has, when she started working for this company, she was only at a mere $7. And yes, she does have jumped up in pay rate, but she at least deserves $1 a year she's been here. That's what I feel like. I feel like they should be giving her more of a pay raise, but they claim just because she doesn't want to do other things besides biscuits in the front, she's not eligible for that, which is fucked up because she's been here for almost 20 years. You know, at least pay your employees right that's been here the longest. You know what I mean? I don't really care about me because I was only here for 8 years, you know, but they didn't even pay me well, and I was an assistant GM. I made, I'll be honest with you, I only made $42,000 a year, and I was assistant GM. So don't come work for this company either. They will pay you diddly nothing, and they will not give you good raises, and they'll find lame ass excuses on why they're not going to give you a good raise. And yeah, and they'll write you up quicker than you will think. I'll tell you that. You could do the slightest thing wrong and they'll write you up. Just letting you know. And of course, the people above, there are some great people that work above. Don't get me wrong, there are, and they'll be truly missed by me. But the others, that's the others. Let me put it that way. I could care less if they fucking making a buck. Enough shit talking the job that I am about to walk into for the one last time. Yeah.